We are live from the backyard. It is Tuesday evening. Big hair, don't care. As promised, a little late, but 6:30 in the evening for the garden update. I'm going to show some new things that were put in over the weekend. It's a bit windy here, so apologies for the wind noise, the perils of doing things live. But we do have a guest. You may recognize this friend chomping away. Hey Roger, hey Jordan. Just eyeing me, looking at the garden, just like I do every week. But we will start with the box like we do every week. So looking lush. It is super warm in Chicago, unseasonably warm, mid 80s today, tomorrow, and possibly the next day. So what that means for the garden is it's thirsty, so it needs a lot more water. Some noticeable developments since last week. So we see in the far left some little sprigs or some tops for carrots, and then we have radishes. So I wasn't super sure what I planted where, but we see that the radishes are already starting to poke out of the ground. So I'll try and loosen the soil a little bit. I didn't do that last year. I also crowded them a lot more last year, so hopefully they'll grow a bit more this year than last. And then the next row, these red ones are beets, and then looks like we have some carrots that made their way over here. Hey Trevor. And then kale growing abundantly, and then we put in these stakes for the pea pods, so they're starting to kind of grow towards something. So you can see here, you get super close, the aim of the pole was that the tendrils would go to the pole, but the fence will do the same trick. And then in the top right corner, hey Brian, that's the arugula. So somewhere in here is spinach and lettuce, and so I think, I'm pretty sure this is a weed, but we'll let it grow until I know more. And then one thing I was going to do today that I've never done on the live update is water the plants. So hey mom, so when watering, usually I try to water in the morning. I was running a little late today, so I didn't get to it. And as you'll see in a second, I planted some new plants and they're super thirsty. So normally when you water, as you'll see later, you kind of want to do it at the base, as close to the ground as possible, so you don't kind of singe the leaves. If you water in the morning, then the water can kind of get super hot, and that's not good for the plants. So we'll move to the back of the yard as we scare off the rabbit and battle the wind. A twist up. So dramatic reveal. This was upright before. Oh, quite windy. So sorry. But made my own trellis as we repair it here. Might have to anchor it a bit better. So this is a trellis, a makeshift one, or a crummy makeshift one at that. Hey Adam. And so it might tumble down today, but I look like a rock. The theory here, sorry for the wind, is one, that it would stay. Plants like zucchini and cucumbers expand a lot, and it's helpful to have them grow upwards versus outwards. So last year, you may remember, kind of screwed it up and didn't, solid. Yeah, you can see I picked the right choice. Like a rock. Reminded of the scene in Home Alone. But the thought is that the cucumbers and zucchini will grow up the trellis. So we'll see if I can shove that further down into the soil, so it's a bit better anchored against these tropical winds. All right, so moving on. We're working. So a couple other new things for the garden update today. Bought a few plants, and they are now installed. So last year we put tomatoes along the side of the house. This year we're doing tomatoes and peppers. So now we see how wilty and sad this little tomato is. These came in a 4-pack, and so they're little plants, not as far along as kind of more developed tomatoes. So these will take a little bit longer to grow, probably about 2 months before there's any fruit. These are Roma tomatoes, which I figured would be good for pasta sauces or for salsas. So you see they're super sad, super wilty, like how I look on a rainy day. Then we have Rogers Hosta, a tulip that's shriveling up and dying. And then again, more sad. These are peppers. I believe these are bell peppers. Or no, maybe. Don't hold me to that. Anyway, bell peppers, another bell pepper, more bell peppers, so there's going to be a lot of bell peppers. Or I think some of those might be poblanos. We'll figure it out. Even more peppers, and talked about branches. Good point, Adam, our resident gardener. And then this one is a tomatillo. So a bit early for those to be blossoming as well. So that is the side crop of peppers and tomatoes. So check those as they continue to grow. I'll probably water them again today. So some new developments. The lean-to in the back for the trellis. It's going to need some more work. But the thought there was trellises at Home Depot or whatever cost about $20. Made that one for $6. You can see there's a difference. But thanks everybody for watching live. Have a great week. I'm back to garden and water the plants. And so submit your garden photos. Adam, talking to you. Otherwise, have a great week. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.